you've got a dollar bill somewhere nearby, pull it out and take a look at his face. It's instantly recognizable. How much do we know about him, though, that hasn't already slipped into legend or myth? He was a real flesh and blood human being. And when he was 11 years old, his father died, and George was not given the opportunity his two older brothers had of being sent to London to receive a classical education. Today, he would have raged and protested at how unfair it was, that he had a right to this or that, and the world owed him this or that. But you know what he did instead? He focused not on what he didn't have, but he focused on what he had. And he went to work, setting himself to advance on a path of self-learning and study. He read as much as he could. And in particular, George Washington went to work on becoming not just an intelligent man or a wealthy man. He wanted to be a good man. When he was young, he and his family went to the Anglican church in their community, and Washington would be faithful throughout his days, serving and attending his church. At the age of 16, Washington did something interesting. He wrote out by hand a bestseller of his time, 110 Rules of Civility and Decent Behavior. It was written in the 16th century by Christian Jesuits. So rule number 1, for example, read this: each action done in company ought to be done with some sign of respect to those who are present. That's rule number 1. Rule number 28, if anyone comes to speak to you while you are sitting, stand up as though he be your stand up though he be your inferior. Well, that's a good rule to follow, to treat with respect all those that are in the room with you. Rule number 49, use no reproachful language against anyone, neither curse nor revile. Washington went through all 110 rules. Wrote them out by hand. And I think today, you'd agree with me, I'm sure most of you, that we could use some detailed instruction in manners training today, huh? Now, I've read through these rules, and in fact, we're going to post them to our website this week. You might find them interesting to read. Some are dated. Rule number 13, kill no vermin, fleas, lice, or ticks in the sight of others. I hate it when people do that in front of me. How about you? But I think every 16-year-old should be required to write these rules out and to learn them, just as Washington. In fact, I think our politicians in D.C. today should write these rules out. Washington took his moral education to heart, and it shaped the man that he would become. Hundreds who knew him in his adulthood marveled at what a man of natural integrity and dignity and honor he was. Thomas Jefferson said of him, he was indeed, in every sense of the word, a wise, a good, and great man.